Investigation and recovery efforts continue in the waters of the Potomac River in the nation's capital today after a plane and a military helicopter crashed last night.
This is an update to the developing news we first brought you at 10 last night. Officials now presume all 64 people on the American Airlines flight and the 3 soldiers on the Army chopper are dead. Dozens of bodies have been pulled from the crash site, with emergency crews promising to continue until everyone is found.
The flight from Wichita, Kansas was landing at Reagan National Airport just before 9 o'clock when it and the helicopter, a training flight for the soldiers, collided. Investigators say it will take time to determine how and why the aircrafts crashed. This is the deadliest crash in the U.S. in 24 years. That's based on crash reports from the National Transportation Safety Board.
As new details continue to develop out of D.C., we now turn to a local perspective on the mid-air crash.
Mike Dalby, Lubbock County Commissioner for Precinct 1 and a pilot with over 27 years of experience, shares his thoughts on how this tragedy resonates with those who serve in aviation and emergency response.
KCBD News Channel 11's Imani Jackson spoke with Commissioner Dalby today.
Here in Lubbock, the tragedy is deeply felt by those who serve in aviation and emergency response, like Mike Dalby. As a longtime pilot and former fighter, Dalby understands the weight of responsibility every time a flight takes off. Last week, Dalby traveled to and from the Reagan National Airport.
My heart goes out to everyone affected, the families, the airline crews, you know, the pilots and the flight attendants. Their moms and dads, their sons and daughters, their friends, the passengers on the airplane, their families, the controllers, the people who were in the terminal and they saw this happen. My heart and prayers go out to each and every one of them.
That sense of responsibility is something Dalby has always carried. Every time he steps onto a plane, for him it's a reminder that every flight is more than just a trip. It's about the people on board and getting them home safely.
I made a point to look over my left shoulder, and I would look back at the men and women, the kids, the children, the family members, the grandparents, the sons, the daughters, the employees, celebrating birthdays. Maybe they're visiting someone in the hospital. All the different scenarios that people are on that airplane. It is our responsibility to get them to their destination safe.
Dalby also points out the work of airport responders often goes unnoticed, but their role is critical in a moment of crisis.
You and I go get on an airliner, we go get on American or Southwest or United or whoever. There is a group of men and women that are stationed out there at the airport that are ready to respond at a moment's notice. They are tasked with a very, very difficult situation. And I think that is a lot of times that is swept under the rug and we don't think about it.
Imani Jackson, KCBD News Channel 11.